Alright, so let's talk about Yu-Gi-Oh Cross Duels. This is a completely new Yu-Gi-Oh game that is a spin-off from the regular format. You are not just playing 1v1 with a deck of 40 cards, the basic 5 monster spots, 5 trap and spell cards. No, this is Cross Duel. This is a somewhat hectic, chaotic game, but I feel like it's balanced enough that a lot of people are going to have a lot of fun with this. So I'm going to talk about how the game works, and then I'll give you my opinion on if I recommend this game or not for you guys to play. So first of all, yes, this is a free-to-play mobile game. You can play on Android, iOS. You can cross transfer your saves using a Konami ID, and there's also cross-platform play, so you will be playing against other people. I am recording all of this through BlueStacks, playing on my PC, and then transferring it over to my iPad and playing it there. So it's really fun that way. So, does this game have any sort of story? No. It's just a lot of the different Yu-Gi-Oh series, Yu-Gi-Oh 1, Yu-Gi-Oh GX, all the way up to the recent one as of recording this, which is Yu-Gi-Oh 7. So, all those protagonists are basically just in this game. All the cards are here. There's only 68 cards right now, and I know Yu-Gi-Oh has like 10,000 plus or whatever, but in this game, it kind of makes sense to start off with a really low number of cards, especially because the way that you play is a little weird. So let's jump into it. The main feature of this game, there are other modes here, but I'll talk about them briefly later, but the main mode here is the Cross Duel. This is a 4-player free-for-all match. You're going to be doing either casual or ranked mode, going into battles with a deck of 20 cards. You have an ace monster. You can choose any monster to be your ace monster. You always draw that at the beginning. Now, the game, like I mentioned, is very different from the regular Yu-Gi-Oh! You're going to be summoning 3 monsters or 3 trap cards. Magic cards in this game play kind of like an instant take that, so you're going to be playing it during battle phases like a quick cast. So the goal is everyone starts with 4,000 life points, and you have to try to be one of the very top spots. So think of it like a party mode where everyone will be attacking each other, defending, playing lots of spells and traps to destroy monsters, mess with the field, add, negate life points, and either at the end of 8 full rounds, which consists of a main phase and a bunch of different battle phases, whoever is at the top wins, and they get primarily points and all that. The ranked mode works as if you have to get like the top 2 to get a lot of the ranked points. If you get like 3rd place, 4th place, you hardly get anything. I think 4th place, you absolutely get nothing. So to give you a bit of a more specific at how it works, everyone draws 5 cards. You have a deck of 20, and you can summon as many monsters as you can, but you might want to wait to see what opponents do. So let's just say main phase 1, you can summon it to the left, middle, or right lane. Each of those go towards a different opponent. You are going to be throwing down your monsters at the same time. So everyone throws it down, you end your turn, and then it summons. Some people might summon 3, you can do 1, put them in defense mode, put them in attack mode, etc. You could also play traps during this phase, and all the cards have been somewhat altered. Some of them, if they're a basic normal card in the regular Yu-Gi-Oh, let's just say for example the Blue Eyes White Dragon, it is a 7-star monster, 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense. That monster, it stays the same. You have to tribute 2 monsters. If you have a Summon Skull, you have to tribute 1 monster. If you have XYZ's Pendulum, you can summon them using their special requirements. But some cards absolutely have been altered to work with this game. There are stuff that just have new mechanics because this game absolutely uses new things like inventing. When you summon a monster, they adopt a new random skill. Hyper speed. When it's their turn to move, they move twice as fast as a regular monster. And of course, you have a lot of the basic stuff like things that do like, oh, you attack an opponent, 300 damage. Now, you might think that thing is garbage. No one ever uses that in the regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Here, it really matters a lot because games are not that crazy long, and the small amount of life points is the difference between getting 1st place or even last place. So you throw down your monsters, you throw down your traps, you press OK, monsters will move towards the lane. They have to take 2 turns primarily to get to the opponent's life points to do a direct attack. If both monsters line up, they just straight attack each other. Whoever wins, the monster gets to stay. However, the attack difference stays on that monster. So if a Blue Eyes fights a Dark Magician 2500, the Blue Eyes wins. He is now left with 500 attack for the rest of his turn until he loses. So if you are able to get the monster to the opponent, it becomes unopposed. Turn after turn, they can keep hitting. So let's say that Blue Eyes got to the end. He does 500 damage. Next turn, 500, 500, etc. If the life points of any opponent, any of the 3 opponents besides yourself, go down to 0, game's over, and then etc. So you might also think, Mal, you can really gang up on a lot of people. I've played a bunch of matches, a lot of ranked matches, and it seems like that is the case maybe 25% of the time, but that's people taking advantage of the situation. You can see how many people have used their ace cards, how many cards are left on the field. So if you go all out against one guy, some people might be like, okay, he's not going to defend on this other side, I'll go after him. You know, you could be really sneaky, you can go against some AI opponents, you can try to just, you know, go at the very last moment and get some life points. So it's very strategic that way, a lot of fun, and I have to say, it's a great time. It is a great time. Now, all of this could just be the honeymoon phase, and in a month or so, I could be like, this is garbage, but at the moment, just by playing, it's really, really fun. Really, really fun. So that's basically the cross duel mode. There's a lot more intricacies here with how the cards interact with each other, more differences, the different cards that you could put in. But one gigantic difference, even though I said 168-ish cards, yeah, you could customize your monsters in this game. What the heck does that even mean? So everyone's deck, let's say they have the exact same number of cards. Their monsters could be drastically different for their play styles. I'll give you some examples. The Blue Eyes White Dragon is a level 7 monster. This is an ultra rare, there's super rares, and then there's basic rare monsters. As you play the game and you unlock them, all the monsters start with one skill slot unlocked. You have to spend in-game currencies. These are materials and resources that you get by doing quests and just playing the game in general. You're going to be getting a lot of this stuff. You can go into that specific monster's skill tree and you unlock one of those skills to equip in one of those slots. These skills can be as simple as attribute increases, so more attack, more defense, and then you get to more complicated ones. Every turn this monster is on the field, increase defense by 400. Every time you attack and destroy a monster, it will destroy 300 of their life points. And then one of my favorites I did mention earlier is the invent card. When you summon this monster, he gets a random skill. So a lot of stuff can make things very balanced, and also makes cards that you would not think you would ever use in a regular Yu-Gi-Oh game viable here. Let's say the Celtic Guardian. It's a 1400 normal monster. Yeah, it was alright in the first ever basic Yu-Gi-Oh set, but he's just so outclassed between everything. Here, they made it so if a monster is a little bit more weaker, it has potential to have really strong effects. You could unlock one for Celtic Guardian called Intimidate. If he runs into another monster, his Intimidate will activate. The other monster will go into a defense mode and you can attack him straight up. So a lot of monsters could have special effects. So you can turn them into effect monsters. You can turn them into pendulum monsters. It's very cool, very fun. As far as I know, you cannot customize or really power up spell or trap cards. But monsters, yeah. Okay, so that's the basic raid mode. That's the basic 4-player mode. There's 2 other modes, which I'll go into right now. There is the tag duel mode, which is you playing single player against AI opponents. It's still going to be the 4-player sort of board. However, it's 2v2. You're going to be teaming up with any of the main protagonists and you know, one of the side characters. So you get Yu-Gi-Oh, you get Kaiba, you get Yusei, you get Chaz, and all that stuff, you know, all the way down. I think like 7 or 8 Yu-Gi-Oh series at this point. You can unlock more later. The game is very early, so I'm assuming they're going to put a lot more characters later, but you choose one of them to be your partner, and then if you go to any other mode, that guy or whatever girl will be there for your voice acting lines. So, you know, they will just help you out there. Or, you, like I mentioned, you can use them in a tag duel. You can have a customized deck for them, and then you basically do, you know, easy, normal, or hard mode, and then you fight, let's say you fight Yugi and Kaiba. And then you just play single player mode, you get to unlock some more resources, and then you also get trust up with whoever's partner you chose. The trust, once again, it's another just bar, a grinding bar to get more experience, to get levels and currencies. So that's pretty much the tag duel. It's 2v2. What happens if you throw a monster in a lane going towards your ally? You heal them. So basically you just want to help each other out, throw spells out, blah blah blah. It's fun times. Next up, it's going to be the raiding. So this is a 4-player co-op against one gigantic AI enemy. So how this works is it goes in seasons, and they're going to have different monsters to unlock, different giant bosses to fight. Basically, they're going to have a huge HP pool of, like, I don't know, 18,000, 17,000 attack, etc. And you all are going to be playing on the same cross duel thing with the monster in the middle. You're going to be throwing down your monsters, playing magics and traps, and going in and attacking them straight out. Now, depending on the monster, they can be doing a lot of different skills. They could be throwing down objects on the field to disrupt your movement, throwing down monsters to go attack your life points. You guys all share a life point pool, by the way, so it really pays to help each other out. And also, you can attack the monster from many different directions. They have a weak spot which does double damage, etc. You can customize and make new decks that work just with raiding. You can use your basic decks that you use with ranked mode, right? But there are specific raid skills that you want to unlock. So there's 2 different types of seasons in this game, which is the ranked duel mode to play with the you know, play against 3 other opponents every single time, and then there is the raid dueling, which is you just go ham with other opponents. I mean, with other people, and you work against that. So you get lots of rewards that way. Once you defeat the monster, you can fight it again on higher difficulties. I heard that it's really nuts later on, and it's been recommended that you probably have a team of people. You can make a lobby so you guys can voice chat, because you are playing in real time. So you want to say, like, okay, I'm going to summon in this lane to fight this guy. Don't summon another character, you know, don't summon another monster here. Use it towards the boss, etc. That sort of thing. So those are the primary modes you're going to be playing with. Now, with that being said, let's talk about my opinions on the game. Is it worth playing? Absolutely yes. It's very accessible, especially because it's mobile. I just, you know, it kind of sucks it's not on Steam. I got to, you know, play it here on the phone and all that. But, you know, it's just how it is these days. One of the biggest questions I think that people will be asking, is it pay to win? At the moment, yes. Yes, if you are playing ranked mode, you're going to the top. It is pay to win. If you are spending $1,000 plus, you are going to have more monsters, more spells, more traps to choose from. That being said, that's the same thing with, you know, a bunch of other multiplayer Yu-Gi-Oh games. Let's say you're playing Master Duel, same thing. You're not gonna have a bunch of decks, but because you can customize your monsters, does it even give you a much further advantage? Well, yes and no. If you're playing the ranked mode, you are limited in how many skills you can actually have. With your ace monster, you can have 3 skills equipped, you know, a bunch of attack ones plus a special ability, but every other monster that you put in only can have 1 skill, so it's nothing too crazy. If you spend a lot of money, yeah, you're gonna get some of the powerful skills quicker and earlier, but once you unlock it on a free-to-play account, you can customize it and put it into other decks, so it's, you know, it's whatever that way. The only thing you can spend money on, as far as I know, and maybe they'll change it later, is buying different, you know, card packs. They give you a lot of free currency at the beginning, so it's not too bad, and because there is only around 168 cards, if you play early and you stick with it, go free to play. I think I'm gonna try to go nothing but free to play. I think you'll be fine, but you do need a lot of duplicate cards. You do need a lot of extra cards in order to level up that monster card to unlock the different skills. If you're just going ranked mode, it's not too bad, but if you are playing, let's say, a lot of the single player mode, it's the unlimited format, so every monster in your deck can have up to 5 skills unlocked, which are going to be used to defeat the enemy. So you can have really crazy powerful monsters, and I think there's going to be events over time which is going to say, like, oh, maybe you could play with wizard cards and you could have 3 skills unlocked. I'm just making it up, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's really important for the rating. which is you against an AI with a bunch of other people and against the other stuff. But if you're playing just ranked, it's not too bad. Now, how's the quality of the graphics, the quality of the audio? It's a good game. It's a good game. It looks great. Every single monster has a model. They have cool animations. They have a attack stance. They have a defense stance. They have an attacking stance, a death one, all that cool stuff. Once you summon an ace monster, it has a tiny little mini cutscene. It looks good. It feels good. It's not laggy at all, unless you are playing with the, like, I thought one of the biggest things, I was like, okay, this is gonna be bad, it's gonna be laggy, because you're gonna be playing with 4 other people, you don't know what kind of internet connection it is. For the most part, I would say 90% of the matches I played, it was really nice and smooth, but when it did lag a little bit, it just, you know, you had to wait there and just wait for their turn. No, it's not like waiting for them to pick their turn. Everyone finished their turn, but they still had to like load something. It was weird. Maybe they were playing on an older phone or their Wi-Fi was messed up, but it's not so bad. The voice acting is fun and great. The music is basic like Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, nothing too crazy. No licensed stuff or anything like that, but it's cool. So yeah, I don't know what else I want to say about the game. I'm going to be trying to go free to play as much as possible, and I think every once in a while I will be putting a highlight here on this channel, but for the most part I'll be uploading all of my matches, a lot of the really cool highlight deck builds over on my Let's Play channel, so please head on over there, and I will be streaming it. I had a lot of fun streaming it. The game just came out. A lot of people were coming in trying to give me advice, saying they want to team up and all that stuff, so it's a fun game to check out. People are interested. You know, people are making fun gimmick decks. I heard that someone made just 1 ace monster and 19 spell and trap cards, and they were doing pretty well and winning. So there's a lot of cool things you can do here. But yeah, I think that'll be it for today. It's free to play, nothing to lose. Like I mentioned, you just have to, if you want to spend money, there's no battle pass or anything yet. I kind of want a battle pass, but you can just spend money on the other stuff. Other than that, you get a lot of free currencies, a lot of free materials just by playing the game. There's a lot more things I did not cover, like trading cards for crafting or deleting more duplicates to get medals, because there's a medal shop via kind of like a Genshin monthly thing where you can buy resources and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's extra things, but I think we're okay here. Try it. Try the game out. If you are a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, absolutely do it, because guess what? This game I had way more fun than playing the traditional Master Duel. Let's just say that, because that's a basic 1v1, and Yu-Gi-Oh these days has become somewhat of just a crazy, unpredictable game. You know, these sort of games that are online, like Hearthstone, Magic the Gathering, or I say Magic the Gathering, you know, that's a lot of IRL too, but like Hearthstone and this one here, you have the option, the developers have the option to customize the cards, rebalance them, etc. Only release a certain amount so you can play and have fun with those. You play Yu-Gi-Oh these days, so many cards are garbage to use, never ever again, because they keep putting out new sets. And you know, people will net deck online. You have thousands of dollars spent that, you know, it's just not fun playing the regular Yu-Gi-Oh for me anymore. I really miss the old days where it was a bit more simple. Now these days it's just like an essay on one single card, and for some reason they refuse to have keywords. Like instead of battle cry, you know what that does, you battle cry, the effect activates. No, on Yu-Gi-Oh it's just like, when you summon this card, but maybe when you don't do this, then this happens, blah 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 blah, up to like a million words on one thing. It's really terrible. You have to freaking like sit down and research a card in a 40 deck thingy. But yeah, Master Duel, it was okay, but honestly I don't want to play that anymore. No, I don't think I'm ever gonna play that again. It's just not fun. People are too try hard online. You maybe get 1 or 2 rounds, and then they summon the 5 monsters. They put them in the pendulum slots, and then like 4,000. You can't do anything. It's dumb. It's really dumb. It's been power creep beyond belief. But hey, I'm going off on a tangent. I'm talking about Yu-Gi-Oh Cross Duel. This is fun. This is exciting. I don't know how it is going to be later on. I wish the game was more popular. As far as I know, it's popular enough. But I have not got any like real advertisements about the game. None of my friends have heard about it. I only learned about Cross Duel because I follow a YouTube channel like the Yu-Gi-Oh EU like official thing, where they had some IRL tournament, and I was watching those, and then they popped up a video of Cross Duel launch trailer. So I watched it, and then I pre-downloaded it. So that's the only way I knew about it. So hopefully more people will get on this train, because it's fun. It really is fun. It's a different game, and man, it feels like a party game with a lot of extra different modes. It's cool. So if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like. It helps a lot. If you haven't already subscribed for daily videos, as mentioned, please come by the Let's Play channel to see more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, and come by Twitch where I will be streaming, and also linked down below. If you guys have any questions about the game that I did not answer, or you want more clarification, just comment and I'll try to get back to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.